Hello everyone and welcome to another math tutorial. This video is going to provide you with some extra practice problems in the section 1.7 video on solving absolute value equations. These are just example problems. If you would like, when you see the problem, you can pause the video, take a few minutes and work out the problem, and then when you're ready to check your answer, you can press play and you can watch me work out the solution to those problems. All right, here we go. Okay, the first equation, absolute value of 6x plus 2 equals 50. The absolute value is by itself, so we're going to go ahead and split this up into two equations. We are going to get 6x plus 2 equals 50, and 6x plus 2 equals negative 50. All right, so we're going to move the 2 over by subtracting. We're going to do that in both equations. So I've got 6x equals 48, and divide by 6, we get x equals 8. And over here we get 6x equals negative 52. Divide both sides by 6, we get negative 52 sixths. And if we divide both those by 2, that reduces to negative 26 thirds. So my answers are x equals negative 26 thirds and 8. All right, this next example problem, I look at this and I notice that the absolute value is not by itself. I recognize that I need to subtract this 19 first. And when I do that, I get the absolute value of 4x minus 2 equals negative 4. Now that is a red flag situation that we should recognize. Whenever the absolute value is by itself and it equals a negative number, we know that that can't happen because absolute value is distance. So this problem has no solution. All right, our next problem, we need to begin by getting the absolute value by itself. So I'm going to take this 5, I'm going to subtract it over to the right-hand side of the equation, giving me 2 times absolute value 4x plus 9 equals 18. Next, we'll divide both sides by 2, giving absolute value 4x plus 9 equals 9. And now we can split this into two equations. We want 4x plus 9 equals 9, and 4x plus 9 equals negative 9. All right, let's subtract the 9 from both sides. We're going to do that in both equations. So I get 4x equals 0, and divide 0 by anything, we still have 0. And over here I have 4x equals negative 18. Divide by 4, we get negative 18 fourths, which equals negative 9 halves. So our solutions are x equals negative 9 halves and 0. Okay, our final problem in this extra practice video gives us one where we have the x on the inside and the outside of the absolute value bars. This is one of those where you're going to want to solve the equation and then check for possible extraneous solutions. So let's first begin by splitting this up. And so we're going to have first equation, just copy it down without the absolute value bars. So 2x minus 6 equals 3x plus 8. The other equation, 2x minus 6 equals, and now flip these to the opposites, negative 3x minus 8. All right, we are going to combine our like terms. I'm going to take the 3x to this side. I'm going to take the minus 6 over here. So that gives me negative x equals 14. So x equals negative 14. And on this equation, we're going to have to add 3x and then add 6. So we get 5x equals, that's negative 2. So x equals negative 2/5. All right, now we need to check our work. So let's check first the negative 14. I'll just plug it in right beneath here. So we got absolute value of 2 times negative 14 minus 6. Does that equal 3 times negative 14 plus 8? So I got absolute value of negative 28 minus 6 equal negative 42 plus 8. So here I have absolute value of negative 34 equals, this is going to be negative 34. But because this is an absolute value bars, we get 34 equals negative 34, which doesn't work. So that did not check out. The second one, the fraction over here, I'm going to do that over to the side so I've got more work room to show this out, because I think checking the fractions can be a little bit tougher sometimes. So let's see, we're going to do absolute value 2 times negative 2/5 minus 6. Does that equal 3 times negative 2/5 plus 8? Okay, multiplying right here inside the absolute value bars, I have negative 4/5. And then multiplying here, we have negative 6/5. Like so. I'm going to want to be able to combine these terms, so I'm making the 6 over 1, I'm making the 8 over 1, so I'm going to get common denominators. Absolute value of negative 4/5 minus, rewriting that over 5 is going to make it 30/5. And over here I've got negative 6/5. I need to rewrite that 8 over 5, so that's going to be 40/5. So now combining, we get absolute value of negative 34/5. And over here we have 34/5. The absolute value turns that positive, so we get 34/5 equals 34/5, and that checks out. So our solution to this equation, we have one single solution, and it's this negative 2/5. That worked. Okay, I hope this video helped clear up any questions that you had with the 1.7 video on solving absolute value equations. If you have any further questions, just drop them in the comment section below. If this video was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for spending some time with me watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.